Welcome back everyone. So I've managed to source all of the materials for all of the fiberglassing. So it's all in the preparation, unfortunately. So we need to spend a bit more time doing some edging and just going around and making sure everything's perfect and just double checking that there is no more rotten wood underneath all that old fiberglass. So I've got about enough materials for about 30 square meters, all of the resin, all of the fiberglass sheets, all of the catalyst, the acetone, rollers, cutting shears, gloves, masks, mixing tubs, buckets. So yeah, we're pretty sorted, and I've also ordered all of the top coat, which is in a very, very subtle ivory color. So rather than a stark white, to try and match the aesthetics of this classic yacht, we're going to go for a very, very, very slight off-white. So let's crack on and make some more dust. That is soft. So we've mixed up the resin. So we've got just under a litre here, and what I've done, I've mixed up about 6 to 7 milliliters of catalyst with that. I've got a mate who is a professional fiberglasser, and he came to the yacht and he consulted me exactly what to use. Oh, it's a bit windy. So we've got the 600 gram fiberglass sheet, and the good quality resin. So it's all pre-cut, and with the fibre strand sort of overlapping where we've done the repair, so that it does sort of bridge it, and it sort of fills in that sort of low spot. Where the plywood was slightly lower. And then over the top of this we'll go with obviously the big sheets. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a straight edge over this once it's dry and make sure it is actually low, or the correct height, because we don't want a low spot where water will collect. I'm only doing small batches because it's really, really hot here. I mean, I like the sun, I like the heat. I'm not complaining. Make sure it's well saturated. This is going to go off probably in about 20 minutes. beautiful. So what I'll do, I'll use a straight edge and I'll just make sure that that isn't low once this is set. But if it is, we'll put another layer on it, but it looks like it's done quite a good job. And obviously, because we've torn the edge, the fibres are now sort of bridging the joint, which means that it's not too thick on the edges there. So when we go over the top of it, it's not going to be sort of a lump, but I mean, even if there was, we'd sand it back anyway. So we'll do this one quickly here while we've got enough. Maybe I'm a bit too meticulous with my work, but I want to make sure it's being done well. So I've been sending photos to my friend. He said you're doing an absolutely perfect job. If the low areas are just a little bit low still, he said just cut another bit in there, put it in with the resin, and then go over the top of that when we do the whole lot at once. So what I'm going to start doing for the next video is start doing all of the borders. We're probably going to do about 7 inches or more all the way around, mask off the teak border so we don't get any resin on that, because apparently it's a nightmare to get off. And we'll do all the borders all the way around really neatly, spend our time doing that so it's done nicely. And once that's done, we can then go over the entire lot and then gel coat and then top coat over the top of that, and it's going to look absolutely amazing, brand new. And then it won't leak anymore and keep wrecking beautiful original interiors. And then thankfully the only roof we've got to do after this is above the wheelhouse, which is much smaller. This is about 30 square meters or so, and the one above the wheelhouse is probably about 10, if that. So, and bearing in mind I sort of know what I'm doing now, I think. I'm sure there's going to be people out there telling me that I'm doing it wrong, but you always get them sort of people. So yeah, we'll crack on with that next, and then we'll start tidying up all the beautiful teak up here, and then we'll start working on the front of the boat, trying to get that watertight as well. And then by then the guy should start welding, hopefully, and then we can get them engines running. The batteries have arrived, so we're going to get down there, free all of those injectors, and yeah, get them babies cranking over. So thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you all in the next video.